With all this talk about inequalities and compound inequalities, it's important to talk about interval notation, another way to show inequalities, okay? So here's a quick little visual on how to remember what type of symbols to use in interval notation. Interval notation uses parentheses for less than and greater than, but if it's equal to, okay, if that number is included, then we use brackets. And I tell my students to remember this by thinking of the bracket kind of having an equal sign. You know, if you looked at this and extended this, this is equal, where the parentheses are just kind of the arc, but then yes, we'd have to draw the rest of it in. So these are for when it's equal, and this one is for when it's just less than or greater than. So in this situation here, for this compound inequality, -3 less x less 4, because they're both less than symbols, you would do parenthesis -3 comma 4, and again that means all the numbers in between -3 and 4. So a quick number line, and I'm going to do real quick here with just -3, 4, maybe throw 0 in the middle. It would be an open circle. That's what the parenthesis is telling you, an open circle, and then shaded in the middle. So this would be an and situation. Over here, because we have the brackets, it would be a bracket saying it's equal to -3, comma, and a bracket saying it's equal to 4. Again, if we were graphing this real quick, -3 there, 4 there, 0 in the middle. This would be a closed circle. That's what the bracket is telling you. Include it, a closed circle at 4, and it's an and situation, so we would shade it in the middle. Okay, so the answers would come between -3 and 4. There is another way to use this if it's just a single inequality, okay? So let's say if it was just x greater than 4. Well, that means 4 is the smallest number and everything else is bigger than it. So which way is it going towards? Well, we kind of put that arrow on the end of our graphs to show that it's approaching infinity. Okay, so that is the infinity symbol, a sideways 8, I guess you could say. And so when we do this, the smallest number would always go on the left. Okay, it doesn't get any smaller than 4. Everything's bigger than 4 and approaching infinity. So past 1,000, past the million, past the trillion, just keep on going, okay? And because infinity is a value that you can't equal, it's a concept that numbers never end, it does have a parenthesis on it. And then 4 was simply greater than, no equal to, so we are not including 4 and therefore using a parenthesis. Over on the other side, we have x less than -3. So everything is less than 3, therefore approaching negative infinity. Okay, so we would say this would be going towards negative infinity. Well, in order to do this, we would want to put the smaller amount on the left again. So that's the negative infinity. So that's counting from 0 to the left. No, -1, -2, -3, always getting smaller. Again, parenthesis, because it's a concept that numbers never end. Could never equal it. Now, -3 is the largest number, so that will go on the right. And because there is an equal sign, yes, that will get a bracket, because we are including -3 in our answer. Just to show you the graph of these real quick, and I do mean quick, I'm going to quickly put down a number line, throw 4 in the middle here. How about 5? How about 3? And if this was all that we were given, 4, comma, infinity, it would be an open circle because of the parenthesis and then shaded towards the positive side to the larger side. So everything's going to be getting bigger, approaching positive infinity. Now, if it was negative infinity, comma, 3, we would again put that number line down, -3 in the middle, -4 on the left, -2 getting bigger on the right. This time the circle gets filled in because it's a bracket. That's what the bracket is telling me. -3 is included. The negative infinity is saying it's going to the left, and therefore I will shade my answers to the left, and they will never end. They will always be getting smaller. Okay?